Om Yogis, welcome to this practice with Psyche, the Greek goddess of humility. We'll start with 2 blocks, a bolster, and just lie back over that. So Psyche's story begins, and she is an ordinary woman who happens to be extraordinarily beautiful. She is so beautiful that the people raise her up as if she were a goddess. So much so that Psyche begins to believe that she is more than she is. She acts as if she were equal to Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. Through this, combined with the adoration of those around her, Psyche develops an arrogance. Eventually, she loses herself to her ego. And this is where most stories of humility will begin. Certainly her story of humility must begin here. So as Psyche loses herself to her own ego, you can just take a few moments here to lose yourself to this shape. Asking yourself the question, are there any areas of myself or my life where I might believe I am more than I am? Okay, lovely. So let's inhale here. And exhale. Gently come off your props, come out of that. And meet me on all fours, taking a few rounds of cat-cow. So the journey of humility always begins with a certain level of confidence. We might call arrogance, an especially comfortable ego. So as you offer your heart now, let it swell a bit, let it oversize itself a little bit. Then in your own time, meet me in child's pose. So of course, the goddess Aphrodite finds out about this beautiful girl who is revered, who has raised herself up to the level of a goddess without the appropriate permissions. And of course, Aphrodite is angered that this girl would have the audacity of a goddess without actually being one. So she sends her son Eros to bring Psyche back to size. But Eros falls in love with Psyche and he kidnaps her, taking her to a palace that is shrouded with darkness. This darkness is there to protect Psyche from Aphrodite, to keep her hidden. So in child's pose now, be held by the darkness and the protection of this pose. Beautiful, let's inhale here, keeping the eyes closed. As you exhale, come out of that. Come to seated on your mat, extend your legs in front of you and gently fold forward. You can use props, and you can allow your back to round here. Try to surrender to the shape. Be held by the darkness. Because the darkness is an important part of Psyche's story. For it is here that she develops her inner eye. She learns of the love of Eros through her inner visions. And her inner visions eventually lead her into her own subconscious. Her subconscious eventually leads her to her soul. And she feels the love of Eros. She feels the protection of her own soul. For a time, life in the darkness is full of love and light. For a time, her ignorance of the external world is bliss. The external world becomes irrelevant. And ignorance is bliss. So folding forward now, know that it's irrelevant what it looks like from the outside. Enter into the pose deeply. Enjoy the subtle shifts in your body. Enjoy the darkness and your inner vision. Exhale slowly, bring yourself out of that. And grab your bolster with your blocks once more. And we lie back over that in a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees go wide. If your bolster isn't high enough, pad with blankets or pillows. And let go. So for a time, ignorance is bliss. But one day, her mind starts to trouble her. And Psyche feels the need to know, to see the love of Eros, to see what it looks like from the outside. And so she lights a lamp. And in doing this, she breaks the spell and Eros leaves. Psyche falls from grace. She is blinded by the light, no longer being able to trust her inner eye. She realizes she is not as steady or as knowing as she thought she was. This fall from grace is a part of the journey of humility. So lying over your block now, lovelies, your bolster, let yourself fall. Let go. Beautiful. Let's inhale here. And exhale. Gently come off of your support now. Let's just take that support now in front of you. Bring your legs into a straddle position and let yourself fold over that support. Poor Psyche realizes her love is gone, Eros is gone, her ability to see is gone. And now that she is in the light, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, can see her. And looking at her, she takes a kind of half mercy with her, deciding to set Psyche a series of impossible tasks to win Eros back. So the goddess Aphrodite begins to initiate Psyche to learn humility. And the world helps Psyche. The entire creation weaves itself around Psyche in order to help her learn humility. So even though Psyche thinks she is alone, she is not. All creation weaves itself around her now. And in this pose, we can consider, what if all of creation is weaving itself around me now? What if I have a hidden help? What if I am not alone? And gently come out of that. Your next pose will be Janushirasana. The left leg is coming in. You can just hold here, or you can hold and fold. So the first impossible task Aphrodite instructs Psyche in is to sort out an enormous pile of tiny, tiny seeds. And the seeds are so small that Psyche cannot separate them quickly enough. So she asks a lowly ant to help her. And the whole colony of ants join in the task, quickly helping Psyche to complete it. Thus, Psyche learns, I can ask and receive help without shame, pride, or judgment. And this asking is a part of the journey of humility. So inhale here, exhale, come on out, swapping sides, same thing, exactly the same thing on the other side. As we cycle through the journey of humility, we are initiated by a holy trick, and yet creation weaves itself around us, lifetime after lifetime, and our psyche holds it all. Can you enlist your breath as an ally in this practice? Can you allow the ground to take some of the work? Let's inhale here, and exhale, slowly come on out of that. We meet now in Sphinx pose. The goddess Aphrodite now instructs Psyche on her second task. You must fetch me some wool from those golden rams, Aphrodite says. But Psyche is fearful. The rams are dangerous, and she will surely be injured or killed if she proceeds. She sits in the long grass and begins to cry. And then, to her surprise, a reed starts to speak to her. If you wait until sunset, the rams will leave, and you can collect what wool you need that are left upon the thorns. And Psyche decides that she will gather the wool when it is safe. And we can gather up this pose in our breath. We can soften and we can wait for the body. Collecting the pose as we breathe. So Psyche waits until the rams leave the field at sunset. Quietly, using her inner eye, she moves through the darkness, carefully and silently gathering what wool she needs to complete the task. From here, you can press up to seal, or you can lower your sphinx. No forcing. gathering the pose in your breath. And so Psyche learns, I do not need to do the obvious. Instead, I can wait until time and nature allows. And I can gather what is available to me. It need not be a lot. I can complete the task before me without force, without greed. I can see the choices in front of me. Let's inhale here. Exhale, gently come out of that. Pressing back to all fours. Keeping the knees above the hips. Walk your hands forward slightly and drop your chest for Anahatasana. No forcing here, softening. Watching. And waiting. Let whatever opening is available to you happen naturally in its own time. No forcing. Gently moving within whatever opening is available to you now. Gently breathing. Gather the pose. Let's inhale here. And exhale, gently come out of that. Sit back to your heels, hero pose. We recognize on the path of humility, we may not have the option to do things in the obvious way. We may have to wait until time and nature allows. Our movements may have to be smaller than what they once were. Allow yourself to fall here into your breath. Receive what you can receive, what help is there for you, as the universe weaves itself around you. Feel the small openings within you. When you're ready, lovelies, let's meet in a supported bridge. Bringing a block underneath your sacrum, the flat triangular bone at the base of your spine. Let the block be at whatever level works for your body. Allow for the small movements. Allow for what is not obvious. So the goddess Aphrodite now instructs Psyche to fetch her some water. But this water is coming from a spring at the top of an impossibly high cliff. The cliff edge is as sharp and slippery as glass. It is miles high and impossible to scale. What's more, there are nests of fire-breathing dragons that live at the foot of the climb. It is clear to Psyche that no mortal can complete this task. In despair, Psyche falls to her knees and she implores the gods, please help me. This task is beyond me. I am far too small. I am far too afraid. Only the gods can help me now. Please, please help me. In reaching this point, Psyche takes another important step upon the pathway of humility. She recognizes she is only human, so very only human. And she cannot do it all. We can feel that empathy now for Psyche, being human, and how limiting that can feel sometimes. From here, lovelies, let's bring the legs up, coming into a supported shoulder stand. If you have a wall space near you, you can feel welcome to come into legs up the wall. So Psyche is on her knees now, recognizing the limits of her humanness. And from the heaven worlds, Zeus looks down and sees Psyche, and he smiles upon her, sending an eagle to her aid. Psyche climbs upon the eagle's back, learning to trust in the support that is beyond herself, beyond her understanding, as the eagle lifts her to new heights. And there are times in all of our lives where we pray, we ask for help from something beyond us. This too is an important step upon the pathway of humility. be lifted by your breath. Let the prayers that lie within you rise up too. Feel the support of that which is beyond your comprehension, beyond understanding. Inhale here. And exhale. Slowly come out of that, bringing your feet back to the floor. Take a few moments in supported bridge. And then gently press into your feet. Lift your hips away from your block. And slowly lower yourself to the floor. Taking your time, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Roll a little side to side, massage your lower back. Rolling to one side, press yourself to a comfortable seat. Okay, our next pose will be half Gomukhasana. So we're going to bring the left leg over the right leg first, keeping the right leg straight. So Psyche has successfully collected the water, the wall, and she sorted the seeds. And Aphrodite sets her a final task. She sends her into her last initiation, deep into the underworld, to collect a box that is said to be filled with beautiful things. And as Psyche descends into the underworld, she finds she can easily navigate through the task. Remembering, remembering how she learned to trust her inner senses, she finds that she can see in the dark. So you can close your eyes now, lovelies, and just relax here. See what there is to see in the dark and let go. And from here, if you like, you can fold forwards, descend even further into yourself. Eventually, Psyche finds the box, but as she feels the box upon her fingers, she doubts herself. What if I can't find my way out? What if I'm wrong? What if my love won't come back? What if I'm not enough? Holding this box of beauty, Psyche feels the rawness of her humanness. Let's inhale here, lovelies. And exhale, come gently out of that. we take half Gomukhasana on the other side. Hold and breathe here. What if I can't find my way out? What if I'm wrong? What if my love won't come back? What if I'm not enough? What if I was never enough? Psyche's doubts now are swimming inside of her mind. She loses her inner senses. And in a devastating move, she decides to open the box. And with that, Psyche falls into a deathly sleep. Let yourself fall. For the journey of humility, we fall and we fall again, and then we fall some more. And if it feels right to do so now, you can fall forward. In this part of the story, Psyche learns that even at our most evolved, even when we've almost completed the task, the impossible task, even then, we can still make a wrong turn. Humility isn't a straight progression. We rise, we fall. We rise, we fall, we fall, we fall, we rise, we fall. And we are never done. We are never infallible to the full. For we are forever human and ever imperfect in that. And as we cycle through this path of humility, lifetime after lifetime, our psyche holds it all. Inhale here, and exhale, slowly come on out of that. We're going to come down to the mat now, so let yourself be warm, for Shavasana is coming. Get everything you need, and then meet me lying down. Hugging your knees in towards your chest. Taking your knees to the left for a half spinal twist. Supine twist, sorry. The deeper meaning in Psyche's story that we explore today is that humility isn't about perfection. It is about being real. And only the goddess can show us how real we really are. Under the initiation of Aphrodite, Psyche felt anew her humanness. So inhale here. Slowly, one leg at a time, come back to center. And then let your knees fall to the other side. And from the heaven worlds, Eros, Aphrodite's son, Eros, Psyche's love, Eros, sees Psyche's efforts, and he awakens her from her sleep. And in her awakening, Psyche becomes immortal. Not because she was flawless, but because Psyche stayed with the process of becoming more human, or learning humility. And so inhale here, lovelies. Exhale, come out of that and set yourself up for Shavasana. Let's begin to deepen the breath. Slowly move the fingers and the toes. Take whatever stretch the body needs. Hugging knees into chest, roll a little side to side. Roll to one side. Let's take a moment with the Goddess Psyche. Bringing back anything, if anything, that was relevant for you today as you come to a comfortable seat. We cycle through the pathway of humility, initiated by a holy trick. As creation weaves itself around us, lifetime after lifetime, we rise and we fall again. And our psyche holds it all. With so much love and humility, may we all keep it real. Namaste.